Hey, I'll talk about weird today.
You mean like something weird?
No, talk about weird.
But you're meaning like something
No,
weird,
no, no, no,
right?
no, no. Like fate.
Oh, okay. Tell me more. Alright, so today we're going to talk about all things weird. Weird, the medieval concept behind what we now understand today as fate, and how Sir Gawain and the Green Knight and Beowulf are stories that explore these oddities of fate, and if fate is something we can choose, or something we're doomed to follow.
So how fate is weird?
Exactly.
Okay, so where does weird come from, you might ask? We don't exactly know, but we have a few theories about where it might have come from. The first theory is that it originated from the god of fate in Norse mythology, Wyrd. She was one of the three sisters in charge of the past, present, and future. Eventually, Shakespeare would borrow this idea when creating Macbeth and the three weird sisters. Another word that has been referenced was seosan, the word to choose. And the words to choose are very, very closely related with the word to taste in modern Latin contexts. As important as origin may be, the question of fate and destiny has been something humans have struggled with for their entire existence. Do we have free will, or is our lives predetermined? We also don't exactly know. Well, we're not sure at least. The most obviously complicated impact that we see in literature, at least early medieval literature, is in Beowulf. In Beowulf, it says, Wyrd often herd unfigel ior bone is elendig. Fate often spares an undoomed man when his courage avails. This means fortune favors the bold. However, we also must acknowledge that it was Beowulf's boldness that was his doom.
So, looking at another story that explores this concept of fortune favoring the bold is the tale of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, a medieval tale that explores this idea of fate in weird and fascinating ways. The poem, originally published around the 14th century by an anonymous poet, depicts the story of Sir Gawain, a knight of Arthur's Round Table. The tale begins on Christmas Day when members of the royal family and knights, including Gawain, are all gathered for a celebratory meal. King Arthur, in tradition, denies the meal to begin before someone has shared a tale of glory and awe. No one, however, has the opportunity to regale such a tale before the doors to the hall open and in strides the Green Knight, a menacing and looming presence who haunts the reader and Gawain throughout the tale. His trunk keys twisted round that gruesome body that bled. The Green Knight is a figure whose makeup reflects his nature and is inspired by the origins of the Celtic Green Man. The Green Knight challenges the Knights of the Round Table to a game. Rules of this game are simple. One must deliver a blow upon the Green Knight, and in a year's time they shall embark out on a journey in search of the Green Chapel, where they shall meet again with the Green Knight, and he shall return the blow that is received. Arthur, the head of the table, is about to accept this challenge when Gawain emerges, agrees to the tauntings of the Green Knight. He is lent the axe of this knight, which he uses to swiftly decapitate the visitor. It's here, in this moment, that Gawain agrees to his fate. By accepting the challenge the Green Knight presents, Gawain accepts that he is now in a position to determine his fate. Once the Green Knight rises, collects his head, and rides away from the kingdom, with promises that he shall see Gawain in a year's time, once Gawain has decapitated this visitor. So, in a year's time, that's exactly what Gawain does. He embarks on a journey to remain true to his word to the Green Knight. With sword, shield, and axe of the Green Knight, he sets out in search of the Green Chapel, and within it, the Green Knight. So, how does this story tie into our modern age?
Well, 75% of people, 75% of people still believe in fate. But we still don't know exactly what that means to everybody. There are many different philosophies as to which people deal with fate. Some people subscribe to a Stoic philosophy, where the only thing that a human can deal with is their own actions. Their conditions are going to be completely predetermined. Another philosophy is that no one has true power over anything, not even God, and it is the will of the universe. Neither creation nor creator is responsible for the way things are. Then the existence, concentration, and fate of things will owe much to place. If it feels like we went in a really large circle, and did not come to a super neat conclusion, you're correct! So, if no one's to blame, let's look at Gawain's choices in the film's adaptation of the story.
Gawain encounters numerous challenges on his quest to the Green Chapel, but the most daunting of these lies at the journey's end when he is forced to kneel in front of the Green Knight and accept his returning blow, an acceptance that will most surely kill the knight. Just before the Green Knight can swing his returned axe down upon Gawain's head, the kneeling knight flinches. He cowers away from this blow that he agreed to. At this point in the film, Gawain argues with the knight, asking him, "Is this all there is?" It's here, in the narrative Gawain, that the knight disrupts this concept of Wyrd. Gawain agreed to the Green Knight's challenge. He embarked upon this quest knowing how his story would end, and yet he argues with his fate. He faces the dealer of this blow and cowers away from the fate he dealt the Green Knight just a year ago. The story of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight does not end in Gawain's death. It ends in his refusal of fate, his avoidance of the returning blow. Gawain's story is one that leaves us with questions about fate, about all things Wyrd. Is fate something that is dealt? Is it a challenge we all agree to? Is fate something you can challenge, or is that a privilege only lent to the heroes of Arthurian romances? What do you think?